Let's see. Other in this. Okay, against.
There goes his face. Seeker needs to stay alive. Needs help from Batford. He just gets a grenade. That's enough. Every time you say that, Harry, they throw things. You need to stop. Norma. Oh no! Oh my God. And we're back with semis finals action. I'm Shersy1, joined by Jimbo. And speaking of back, the boys are back in town, Jim. It's your former teammates, maybe current teammates for the fours action. Cartel, Legend, and Shady. And this is going to be a tough ask for the boys on Divine Mind.
Yeah, obviously these boys played twos probably more than they played fours there. I've watched them and they are discussing it too. So it's definitely, this might be a rough one for Fireboy and Sticker, but it would be good to see the Cartel boys in action and get to see how dominant they really can be.
Yeah, that's something we can maybe touch about, is that you'll see exactly how their brains work in twos and how quick and fast paced they can play. Because maybe sometimes when you watch the fours, everything is happening so quickly in front of you, you don't actually be able to grasp it. But until you can get hands on and see exactly what they're up to, Jim, you can see just how good these players are.
Yeah, it's like another thing from playing against them and playing with them. You start to notice their habits and stuff like that. And it's amazing how consistent these two boys are. Like Legend, just challenges everything and he wins everything, and it's amazing to see. Oh, this is a huge lead off the start. Never mind, cancel that out. They didn't even burn the camo. See, yeah, that's another thing right there. Shady contested that camo and he didn't burn it. He trusted that Legend would walk away with his 2 kills. He made one player one shot and trusted Legend would win his one. And Legend walks away with the camo, and it's going to be tough for Fireboy and Sticker to get into this.
This is the thing, Jim, is that if we watch this back and Shady dies and then Legend dies, we say, well, Shady should have burnt the camouflage. But Shady had so much faith that Legend was going to be on top of things, get those 2 killed, that he left the camouflage exactly where it was and didn't even spend the time to use the animation to pop it into his chest. Instead, using that time to put shots in to Fireboy and make him as weak as he possibly could. So heads up play by him. And now we're seeing the camouflage play being used really, really aggressively as well, Jim.
Yeah, it's good to see, although it's unfortunate that it doesn't get the kills. Really well played by Sticker to survive that much. If he managed to get away, that would have been even better, but it's a close game. I'm liking to see this. I was worried it was going to be a steamroll, you know, get Legend getting the camo off the bat, just straight away flying away, perfect 5-shot across map. The guy does not miss. I don't know if I saw that off screen, but you see the aggression now. This is how they're going to do it. Legend with the collapse, Shady with the collapse. Look at how well they're going to do this now. You can have Shady collapsing, pressuring straight away while Legend's isolating the spawn point and then pressuring at a different angle.
You appear to have everything exactly where you need it, and then Cartel, it's like a game of chess almost, Jim, where you think you're doing it all right, but Cartel have been putting all the pieces in place for checkmate very, very quickly.
Yeah, they're extremely smart players, and look at this straight away off the bat. Like Fireboy actually did really, really well to get a kill on Shady and then walk away and survive. But Legend didn't show himself. Legend didn't pressure something. He just waited, and he wasn't pushed. So Shady was able to spawn with him, and they just straight away isolate a kill. They zone down Sticker on the P Street. They eliminate him straight away, and then they worry about the second player. There's a lot of trades going on. It's actually a really close game from what I can see. But this camo obviously coming out next. Cartel boys know what time it's at, and we'll see if they pressure it.
Importantly as well, Jim, is not only do they know when the camouflage is going to pop up, but they actually have Divine Mind on the complete opposite side of the map. So they know this camouflage is going to be free because Legend's getting all that information, like almost like a geofilter, just knowing exactly where they are. There we have Legend and Shady get the kills, and Shady has that all-important camouflage.
Legend literally just 1v2 them. He just pressed them on car. You're right. He kept them on that spawn. He knew where they were going to spawn and he kept them there. And Shady was just waiting for that camo to grab it. Legend even walks away with a kill and then puts more damage down to the second player. That's, you know, it's just top play. He just survived. He played his life perfectly, and he just, you know, played that situation perfectly. Now Shady's just going to have a field day with this camo and have some fun. We'll probably see some 360s and all the kind of stuff that Shady does. Never mind. Fireboy with the 5.
Welcome to the curse of the commentator, Jim. This is exactly what happens. If you try and predict something, you can almost guarantee the opposite is going to happen as Fireboy gets a kill onto Legend. Great play from him and didn't lose too much of his shield, so he would be ready and waiting to fight if he needed to once again, and gets that kill onto Shady as well. Only 2 kills in it. They did lose that previous camouflage as well, Jim, but they're still within touching distance.
Hey, Fireboy's having a really good game. He's getting a lot of kills and catching a lot of these players off guard, which you didn't expect to happen with this, and it's really well played by him. It's keeping them in this game. But a good trade out there. Legend obviously getting 2 kills. Seems like Shady's being the initial like player to initiate these fights. And unfortunately, he's dying in these situations. But Legend's always coming in with those cleanups, getting those 2 kills and keeping them in the lead.
We talk about play styles, Jim, and how players can always, some players can have very similar play styles that it's almost, you know, they cancel each other out and it's not important. But do you think Legend and Shady both complement each other's gameplays really, really well?
Definitely. I think Legend has this very, very confident play style, and Shady does as well, and it does sink in because both of them know when to be aggressive and both of them know when to not be aggressive, and they're on the same page. And playing with them, it's amazing to witness because it's not really communication of we should push this, we should go here. It's they both know by reading the map where the other players are, what's the best one to push, who's the best one to isolate, when we should and when we shouldn't. You don't. That's how in sync they actually are. Is they don't even need to communicate where they want to push. They both know. That's what keeps them up against you know, any team they play against.
That's something that's important as well, Jim, because we always talk about in esports in general, you know, sometimes it can be all about the small talk. Talk to your teammate, tell them exactly where you're pushing. It's not really important about telling who's one shot. It's like, where you going? I'm with you. But you're saying Cartel don't even really need to do that. They already know exactly where each other are.
Yeah, this is how these guys are staying at the top, right? They don't need to flutter comms with, you know, where we should push. And you can kind of see it. It's like, say, for example, from the previous 44 Cups, you know, I'd spectate or playing with the EGIF boys. It's always like, we should push this, we should go here, we should go there. And it's never like, okay, you know, we're going this way by natural without communicating and come out the one-shots are on it. And playing with Shady, Legend, and Seeker, it's they're already pushing these things before I even recognize the play. And they're already on top of it. I don't need to tell them to go this way because they're already doing it.
Yeah. That must be a great thing for you as well, because you, Jim, you arguably probably the most successful Halo 5 player in Europe. You know, you've had so much success on various different rosters, and then you see a team like Cartel, and they're starting to teach you things, and you're starting to learn from them. So that has to be a really good experience for you.
Yeah, it's. I think that's the first thing I said to myself when they asked me to join them was, I can learn so much from these boys. You know, they were dominating us when I was playing with Kimbo, Moses, and Snydrin before, and we couldn't really figure them out. So, you know, if you can't beat them, join them, right? And I learned so much. It gave me a lot of confidence, and I kind of witnessed how they play. And there are points when I was being quicker and you know, getting 18 kills and slayers while playing with these boys, just because it kind of gave me that freedom to be the better player in that case. And getting back to the game, I guess now you can see it's still a really close game, a 5-kill lead for the Cartel boys, and this camo's coming up. I don't know if this camo is actually going to be on the map. See a Cartel just push the kills instead of waiting for the power up.
Really impressed that Divine Mind have made a really good game out of this. 23 kills to 19 the score. Camouflage will be up very, very shortly, as we've just spoken about. Legend a little bit isolated from his teammates, coming back off the respawn in the 1v1 engagement now with Stika. And like we say, he gets into those engagements and he just wins. He just wins the engagements every single time. And now Fireboy down waiting on the camo, but he's not even going to get the use of it. It's 25 kills to 19. That's game, set, and match. Cartel win map number 1. Great performance from them, but impressed by Divine Mind throughout that, Gym, that, you know, it wasn't a steamroll as we maybe first anticipated.
Yeah, it was really well played. Like I said, Fireboy had a good first half of that game. It seemed like it kind of steamrolled a bit towards the end, but he was getting a lot of kills. He was isolating a lot of players, which is hard to do against players like Legend and Shady, to isolate them. Shady seems like he was kind of frostlighting a lot and being very aggressive and allowing Legend to kind of play that little bit slower, but also be with him and just get those trades. So, yeah, it was a close game than I expected. So I'm interested to see how Regret goes.
Something as well, Jim, that Shady seems to do is he has a lot of fun with the game. We always see him doing the 360s and the 180s and somersaults, and, you know, you may be giving him a score 10 out of 10 for landing as well for his technique, but he doesn't take it as seriously all the time, and maybe only starts to take games a little bit more seriously when they're starting to realize, okay, well, this team actually has a chance and they're getting a little bit closer. Do you think that was maybe the same situation there, or did Divine Mind just play really, really well?
A bit of both. I think you can see Shady's being very aggressive. I didn't really see him doing any 360s and stuff like that, but he's full confidence that he knows he should win this map, so I'm sure he's given himself a bit more freedom than he probably should. But I mean, you know, if you're winning, you're winning, right? It doesn't really make a difference how you want to play it if you're walking away with the kills. Or Legends, you know, 2v1 and for all you know.
Yep. And while we've been waffling away, Shady has gotten that overshield, crouched down right in front of Fireboy, just taking all those shots, almost laughing at him, knowing that it was only a matter of time before he sent him to the respawn screen. And there he goes. Shady now dropping down bottom base, is caught unawares though, that player Stick is behind him. Can he get away with his life? No, he can't. Legend and Shady both die, and now we're seeing Divine Mind take the lead, if only by 1.
Shady's just playing with his food at this point. He knew he could survive a beatdown, got the kill, and then he's just messed around the lift. Probably a bit of a confusing situation right then, but I mean, that was a bit of a weird play, but hey, you know, it's a 1 kill lead to Blue, to Divine Minds, and never mind, it's tight game. This is a good game so far.
It's all tied up, and we're not going to see an overshield for another minute and some change, so plenty of time to play around with the pistols and duke it out. One-on-one engagements going down now between Legend and Fireboy, and when you say one-on-one engagement and you mention the name Legend, it's only going to be one man that comes out on top, and it's him once again. Back whack now, Shady onto Sticka, and what I would like to see now from Sticka and Fireboy is slow it down and contest this overshield.
It was definitely really well played right there. You could see how like Legend kind of was the first initial brute of the battle, and kind of forced Fireboy and Sticker out the car side, and Shady came in with the flank. It was a good collapse on it, and it kind of forced them both into 1v1s like you mentioned then, and they just walked away with the 2 kills. It's really well played how Legend plays his life, puts the pressure down, while Shady comes in with the flank and gets the cleanups.
In other games, Jim, you would class that player as an entry fragger, someone that goes in, does as much damage as he possibly can, and knows that he's probably playing with his life at some point. But what he does is he goes in, does the initial damage, softens the boys up, and what you see then is Shady coming in and doing the business. Overshield, though, we're going to see both teams drop down bottom middle. Here we have Fireboy, a big fight now for this overshield. Stick it does pop it into his chest, opts not to put some damage down into Shady, and somehow Shady, although loses out in the overshield, Jim, puts a stick in a couple of melees, and now we have no more overshield.
Just shows the heads-up play, right? Shady knows he doesn't get the camo. He knows he's in a 1v2 situation. Sorry, the power of the overshield, and he manages to at least make the overshield relevant, right? He sticks the player, beats down the player. Sticker walks away basically one shot when he's just grabbed full overshield. It's, you know, as much damage as he can do before he dies, because he knows he's going to die in that situation.
Tied up 8-8 now. Engagement down on car side. Fireboy pays the price. He goes bye-bye to the respawn screen, and Stick It scampers his way now to P2, but is met by 2 members of Cartel. But lovely shots by Stick It, hits them with a 5 and then drops down, plays his life. Expertly done by Stick It. And still, I like this play. Shady up and down, doing parkour. He's hitting the gym, doing those chin-ups, pull-ups, all the above. Drops down bottom middle into an engagement with Fireboy. They both crack each other's shields and both decide to live to fight another day.
It's just small things like that. It's so frustrating to play against. You know, you can't push him, you can't kill him. He's just sat there, like you say, doing chin-ups, pull-ups, whatever it is. But a huge kill, huge double kill from Fireboy. I tell you what, Fireboy on the previous map, loads of 5 shots. You just saw Sticker right there with the perfect kill as well. Like, these boys are shooting really well and got a 1-kill lead right now.
And if you're playing against Cartel, that is something that you must be doing, is hitting all of, if not most of, your shots. And they're doing that so far, matching them stride for stride for the moment, ahead by 2 kills. It'd be huge if Sticker can survive here. Can he? Yes, he can. They're now ahead by 3 kills, and fresh overshield, Jim. This could be big.
Yes, huge 2 kills right here. I want them to pressure this, be aggressive on this. Yeah, say the overshot's coming soon. They had Shady on a split, right, and they could have pressured him, but they just didn't keep track of him. They've lost him already. It seems like Fireboy's kind of just not really sure where the other players are spawning, but he walks away with a kill, and it's a 2v1 for this overshield. I'd like to see them make the most of this.
And there goes Sticker, secures that overshield. Legend could only watch as it's whipped away in front of him, tried to get a little bit clever, but unable to do so. Sticker, overshield in his chest. We should maybe shoot over there and see what he can do with it. It's down to just a sliver, though, just like that. Back-to-back overshields getting secured for the boys on Divine Minds. A great play from them, and they're ahead by 6 now, Jim. Something we didn't possibly see coming.
What an amazing stick from Fireboy. I wonder if right then Shady, he was getting pressured by the overshield plan. He ran to car 2. I wonder if he was thinking the combo was there in it. Obviously, in these settings, it's attack mag. I wonder if that cost him on that. But it just shows how much how different it's going to play without a new combo versus the overshield player, and how much damage an overshield player can do. But 7-kill lead right now, 8-kill lead towards Boys of Divine Minds, and they're just playing this so well. They're not dying, they're not pressuring kills 2v1. They're putting amazing damage down. They're actually playing this extremely well. Shady surviving though is huge right here.
What they need to do is not get too excited as well, Jim. These Cartel boys are quite possibly the best in the business, and Sticker gets a double kill, and ahead by 10 kills. Divine Mind playing Divine.
What is going on right now? It seems like they're just picking them apart. They're just making such easy kills right here. Like, Legend is just pressuring 1v1s and losing them and getting, or not even losing them, just getting traded off quicker than Shady can help him. They're just not on the same page, it looks right now, and it's a 10-kill lead, to Divine Minds over Cartel. I did not think this would happen.
Something we did not, it was almost unspeakable. Cartel losing a game is nigh on impossible, but losing by this margin, that's impressive, and it's really a testament to how good this Divine Mind team are playing at the moment, playing really well together. Maybe that previous series has helped them no end. They're all quite hot, firing all cylinders, and maybe Cartel have just been 2-0 teams left, right, and center. They're coming in a little bit cold, and although the Truth game was quite comfortable for them, they're losing this game by a significant margin. But how quickly it can be given to you, Jim, is how quickly it can be sometimes taken away.
Exactly, they're in the upper hand right now. Cartel Overshield is coming up. We need to see if they can at least get a kill before this Overshield coming up. It looks like this is a swing. It's not over. It's not over. Legend's gonna wait on this Overshield most likely. Go grab it. Okay, he didn't even wait. He got the timer though. Although Sticker should have that timer as well, but it doesn't matter because Legend's just gonna be aggressive. He's just gonna push this, and he's gonna capitalize on this. And look, they're isolating them. They're making it 1v2. They're pulling them apart right now, and there's no combo to get back into this, right? So what's Fireboy got to do right here? He's got to try and force a 1v1. Hopefully his teammates trade off on Shady, which he does. That's a huge trade right there. But Legend's still got half an Overshield. Like, there's so much damage to be on, and he's going to be aggressive on this. This is what we didn't see in the previous series of the players not being aggressive with this Overshield. Although Legend has 5 shots. He has 5 pistol shots. I don't know what he's going to do right here.
Legend was really putting the cat amongst the pigeons there for a moment, really scattering Divine Mind and really scampering them, making them scramble for a moment and stick it in a 1v1 with Legend. Both down to half shields, and we're going to see Shady maybe get touch tight to Legend and really confirm this kill, lock it in, and make sure it's no trades are possible. And there it is. You're ahead by 10 kills, now you're ahead by 3. And you start to pray to all the gods, old and the new, as Fireboy also gets taken down and now within 2 kills, and they have awoken the beast now.
It just shows how quickly you can pull it back into this. It's just completely isolated in 1v1s. That's all they're doing is they're playing aggressive on it. It's a huge kill right there by Sticker in a 1v1 now. But it just shows how being aggressive can really put you on the back. It doesn't matter how good of a player you are. If you're getting pushed by a 2v1, it doesn't matter. You're gonna die. And right here we have a 1-kill game. It was 10-kill games just a couple of minutes ago. And it just shows how aggressive Cartel can be, If they have the momentum on their swing, they're gonna play aggressive.
Both players, big engagement now, 23-23, only needing 2 kills. We're all tied up somehow, some way. Shady needs to evade and play his life if he possibly can. Legend gets that kill onto Sika, and somehow Cartel have taken the lead in the 1v1. Shady gets the kill, and we talked about how Shady maybe doesn't take the game too seriously until he really needs to. Jim, they were down by 10 kills. And they've just won the game.
I can't believe. I mean, I can believe it, but I can't believe it. I don't know if that's a choke on behalf of Divine Minds or it's a clutch out from Cartel. Like, it seems a clutch from Cartel because they were just constantly pushing them on a 2v1. That was perfectly played. Every single time a player for Divine Minds would come off respawn and push out the map to try and get a kill, and they would just get 2v1'd, and just constantly that was a rinse and repeat. And it's so hard to counter that. That's what's so tough about 2v2 is it's so hard to cancel when you're on a split spawn from your teammate, because teams will punish you so hard for that, and it's so hard to do. You have to get like a clutch stick, you have to get a clutch outshot, you have to milk your life so well and hope your teammate can do something. But it's just extremely well played from Cartel. But you got to give credit to Fireboy and Sticker. That was a closer series than we thought it would be. A 10-kill lead against Cartel was definitely unheard of, so that was a great series.
The Guardians giveth and the Guardians take away. It looked as though Divine Mind were going to level up the series and push us to a game 3. Cartel, though, they flip the script. They say, no, we're going to the winners finals and we're going there as quickly as possibly can. And great performance from Cartel, really rallying back from 10 kills down. That's some deficit to come back from. And if you're Fireboy and Stick It, you maybe go back, you analyze, you think about where it all went wrong, Jim.
Yeah, definitely. I hope they're not too hard on themselves. Obviously, it's a tough series to lose, but they played well. It was a 5-kill, 6-kill loss in the first map, and then a 2-kill loss in the second map where you had a huge lead. So that definitely shows signs that they can actually beat Cartel. Whether they can clutch up or not, or make a losers bracket run, we'll definitely see. But yeah, really well played by Fireboy and Sticker. But it's the Cartel duo, just absolutely amazing this game. It's
almost very nearly, Jim, the Cartel Cup once again.
I was going to say it, but I didn't want to say it. I've got to keep it as the EGL Cup. I can't quite say it's the Cartel Cup until if they win it.
Well, it's the EGL Cup for now, but it could very quickly become the Cartel Cup in an hour or so. They punch their ticket to the winners finals, and unfortunately we will see Divine Mind drop down, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see this as a grand finals matchup
barring, you know, we'll see what way the winners finals goes and how good that team looks against Cartel. But we're going to get it all lined up. We'll be back shortly.